December 5th, 1933, prohibition is lifted and the legal production of alcohol is back. It's been going on ever since. Prohibition started when they wanted to end the trade of alcohol around the 19th century. It was originally aimed to heal an ill society. It wasn't until an economic urgency that aided in the repeal of the act. Today I'm going to discuss the process of how to brew beer. I'm a credible speaker on this topic because I was originally interested in it and then I did extensive research on it. Today, as my audience, I want to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the process and I hopefully want to stimulate your curiosity. The three main points I'm going to cover today are preparation of brewing, fermentation, and bottling. According to popular brewery Northern Brewer, in their 2019 article titled How to Make Beer, the first step is to prepare and brew. First, we're going to gather and sanitize the necessary equipment, and the necessary equipment is as follows: a brewing kettle, a fermenter and airlock, a funnel, a sanitizer, an auto siphon, and a stir spoon. We're going to start out by steeping grains in hot water for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to remove the grains, bring the kettle to a boil. Then we're going to remove heat and add malt extracts. We're going to let the extract dissolve. And then we're going to return the water to a boil and add hops in intervals. And the process of adding hops looks something like this. This is a picture of somebody pouring hops into the kettle, and you're going to add them in intervals. After this, you're going to be left with worts, and worts are sugar water essentially, and you're going to want to cool the worts as soon as possible. So as long as you have the proper equipment and you follow these directions, it should be a pretty simple, not overly complicated process. The next stage is fermentation. We're going to pour the cooled wort into the fermenter. Then we're going to add water, aerate wort, add yeast, and seal the fermenter. Alright, and this next stage is where the sugars in the wort are going to become turned into alcohol. This is just an image showing how the yeast converts the sugar into alcohol. Alright, fermentation is a really important stage because it's when the flavor and aroma of the beer are determined. And according to Cannon Hill Brewing, in their 2018 article titled The Importance of Fermentation, dissolved oxygen content and the temperature of the ferment are two of the most important parameters. So fermentation is a really crucial stage, but it's not the last stage. The last stage is going to be bottling. And with bottling, we're going to start out by cleansing everything. We're going to boil the priming sugar. We're going to transfer the beer. We're going to fill and cap the bottles. Then we're going to store in room temperature. We're going to store the bottles in room temperature for about 2 weeks. According to Cream Nice in his article How Beer Works, when talking about the bottling and kegging process, he emphasizes that it's really important to keep beer away from stray yeasts and to keep it away from oxygen. The reason we do the storing of the beer for about 2 weeks is in order to maintain sanitation, to keep it in prime condition, and to let it carbonate. After this, it's ready to go and you can refrigerate it. Today I covered preparation and brewing, fermentation, and bottling. With the production of alcohol being legal, it leads to a big market for the sale of beer. Cheers.